welcome to, or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? I don't know. Peter Mon's YouTube famous. He uses fans. I need more physical fans to become YouTube famous. Right, today's video I am reviewing the little mini chocolate orange palette from I Heart Revolution, and it is really wee. Look at the size of it. But if you want to see how I created this look, how this blended, and what I think of it, you're in just the right place. Don't go anywhere, because here it comes. Hey, welcome back from the intro. Okay, as you can see, my base is already on. I'm using the Beauty Bakery Cake Mix foundation. I used the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, Winky Lux Coffee Bronzer in Latte, L'Oreal Life's a Peach blusher. I used my little mini sample of the Goof Proof brow pencil and set it with Essence Lash and Brow Clear Gel. My face I've actually set with this brightening powder from AOA, which I got from Shop Miss A. And because this dries down so very dry, to stop it from going too cakey too soon, I've given myself a quick spritz already of this new setting spray from Revolution, which is Hyaluronic Fix, which is hydrating and plumping makeup fixing spray. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, I've probably already told you in the intro, I finally caved and bought one of the mini I Heart Revolution chocolate bars, and I got Choc Orange, which looks like that on the outside. Got a little thingy but with no names on it on the inside. Nice little mirror, and those are the colours on the inside. Now, I have swatched these because I've found that constantly leaning up to the camera and doing that really pulls my back and it kills me for the rest of the day. So I'm going to insert a picture here of the swatches, and it starts from the top row. It goes from the top row across and then the bottom row across. Alright, so that's what the swatches look like. Again, there are no names for them. And there's no names on the box either, although the back of the box does now show you what colours you're getting in there, which I think is a good idea. Right, let us begin. I will zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing, and wait for my white balance to catch up. There we go. I'm going to start off bottom left with this light peachy colour. You can see it does actually kick up quite a bit in the pan, so do tap your brush off to try and minimise fallout. I'm just going to run that through my crease along the top of my eyeball. Now, when I look straight ahead, you can see all of my mobile eyelid, so I don't have a hooded eye. If you don't see that, you can still follow the tutorial. All you need to do is get a pencil brush, looking straight ahead, sketch out where you would need your crease to be. Okay? It literally just means moving the crease from where I've got it up a bit. You may want to use a slightly smaller brush because it will reduce the amount of space you've got to play with here, but there's no reason you can't follow my or anybody else's tutorials if you have a hooded eye. It just means moving where the crease is, that's all. Right, so I've done my windscreen wipers. I'm now going to do my twirly whirly sycamore leaves or helicopters or whatever you want to think of that goes round and round and round and round and round like that. And if you notice, I go in one direction when I go towards my nose, and then I reverse the direction to come back and lift the brush up slightly, and that's how I blend the colour up towards my brow. Once I've got it up as high as I want, I then go back to little mini windscreen wipers just to make sure that it's seamlessly blended and there's no areas, because obviously being 44 my skin moves, and also I've lost a lot of weight over the years as well. So even if you are in your 20s, if you've lost a significant amount of weight, you could find that you have the same problem with folding eyelids, in which case a combination of twirling and windscreen wipers will help make sure you don't get any bits where the skin's folded over and you suddenly get a bit where you haven't got any colour on. So now we're going to do the same on the other eye. Although it kicks up in the pan, providing you tap your brush off, there doesn't seem to be a lot of fallout at the moment. Of course, we'll see if that remains the same when we get onto the darker shades, because darker pigments do tend to have more fall. I don't know whether they have more fallout or whether you just notice it more because they're darker. So how's your day been so far? Good, I hope. If it's the start of your day, I hope you have a good day. Let me know in the comments box below what you're doing when you're watching this. Are you having your breakfast, or are you having your evening meal? Or are you doing a bit of a sneaky at school or at work and watching me when you shouldn't be? I promise I won't tell anybody. Shh. That first colour's gone on really nicely, and you can see absolutely no problem at all in terms of blending that out. So I'm going to go into my colour switch now and clean the brush. And I'm going to go into the 1, 2 along. So I've just gone into this one. I'm now going to go into this one here. Whoa, that one kicks up even more. Look, I barely even touched my brush into that pan. So, but it has picked up a good amount of pigment, as you can see, and that's after having been tapped off. Look. That's one thing I do love about the Makeup Revolution brand, all of their lines, including the I Heart Revolution, Freedom when they had it. I haven't tried any Makeup Obsession ones yet, but so I didn't need to try that. They deliver when it comes to pigment. Sorry, hay fever. Right, so with this deeper colour, I'm again going to sweep. Ooh, look at that, that's a pretty colour across the lid. But I'm not going to add any more colour to the brush, and I'm not going to take it as high. I'm literally just going to concentrate it along the crease line itself. Just to gently build up some colour. And once I'm happy with that, and then I'm holding the brush right at the end, so it's proper feather light touches that I'm using now, just to blend where the two colours meet, so it's nice and seamless. We're not doing a cut crease, so we don't want a harsh line where one colour finishes and the next one stops. We want them blending seamlessly into each other. Imagine when the sun sets and you think about the different colours in the sky, the blues, the pinks, the yellows, the golds, the purples. You can't really see where one colour stops and the next one starts. That's the look. Well, I'm not aiming for a sunset look, obviously, because I haven't got purples in here. But, you know, we want a nice, seamless blend between the colours that we're putting down. Now, obviously, I don't speed my tutorials up, because one of the things that used to annoy me when I first started following YouTube tutorials was that they'd do one eye and then go, right, I'm just going to go off camera and do the other eye. And you'd think, hang on a minute, I haven't got and you have to keep pausing, and then your screen lock comes on and you have to take your screen lock off, and it's just. So I understand that my videos might look a bit long, but don't forget there's an intro, there's an outro, there's me stopping like this and talking to you. But it does give you a better idea of how long it's going to take you to actually produce the eye look. If you're quicker at blending than me, by all means speed me up so that I look like a chicken and sound like I've been inhaling helium. Right, going for a slightly smaller, more tapered brush now. And I'm going to go into a mixture of this one. No, I'm going to start with this one and then I'm going to go into that one there. Okay. So starting with the sort of like almost like a cherry orange almost, if you can have a cherry coloured orange, you know what I mean. Or at least I hope you do. Just going to run that through the crease there. Pick up a wee bit more pigment on the brush and just twirl it along the crease. We're keeping it even closer to the crease than we did the last one. Okay. And we're also going to stamp a little bit of that pigment just on the outside corner here and gently buff it. So that we've got emphasis on that corner. Okay. And then again, repeat on this side. Now, in real life, I can actually see the difference on my lid between the two, the colour that I put, the second colour and this colour. I'm hoping that my camera is picking up on the difference, because there is a difference, although on my viewfinder at the moment it's not really showing it very well. But I know I say things like this, and then when I sort of like watch it back when I'm editing, I'm like, oh yeah, it does show up, it's okay, it's fine. Let's stamp a little bit of colour on that outside corner there. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up that pencil brush. Oh, sorry, hay fever. This is the problem with hay fever. I constantly have to do this all day. So it ends up wearing the foundation off on the end of my nose. Oh, it's doing alright so far. Right, I'm going to use this pencil brush to go into this brown on the end here. And I'm literally just going to do about the length of the pencil brush along the... And we'll just dust that fallout away. What was I saying about darker colours and fallout? Let's tap you off a little bit more, shall we? So I'm going to go just about the length of the brush along my lash line. And then about the same distance along the crease. And then going back into the brush we've just used, I'm just going to buff that brown a little bit. I'm just doing like a little V on the outside corner. I'm not taking it very far along the lid at all. Okay. And you can see that does just add just that little bit of depth on the outside of the eye. And same this side. Really is a lovely chocolate brown, this. Clean that pencil brush off, go back into the fluffier one, add a bit of pigment to it, and I'll do a bit of buffing. Had a lovely few days here. We had a bit of rain a couple of days ago, but the last couple of days have been really lovely. Although it does of course mean that I suffer with my hay fever. But you can't have everything. You either have sun or you have non-runny eyes and non-itchy nose. Right. So far I've used this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm going to go into this one now and then smoke it out with that one because I want to use as many of the colours in here as I can. So going into that orange on the top row, I'm just going to sweep that, wiggle it really closely up under the lashes on the bottom of my eye, taking it about 2/3 of the way along. That's a lovely vibrant orange. It's beautiful. Real sort of blood orange colour. I don't know why I sound surprised. I was saying earlier that they've always got really good pigment in their shadows. That's why they're such good value. And then going into like a little flat packer brush like this, I'm going to go into that one there to smoke it out with. And I'm literally just putting a little bit of pigment on the tip of the brushes. Can you concentrate on the brush for me, please? Hello, camera, do your job. There we go. I'm just going to gently run that backwards and forwards along the bottom lash just to soften the line that we just put down. I always find it more difficult with this eye because where I can't see, I'm always terrified I'm going to poke myself in the eye. Now, which of the two shimmery colours do I want to use for the lid? Shall I use the yellow or this one here? Let me do a little bit on each. Which one shall I? I think I might go for the yellow. Now initially I'm going to go in on a dry brush. I'm not going to wet the brush because I want to see what the pigment's like. Alright, so I'm just going to lay that down on the 2/3 of the lid that I've not added any colour to yet. And just gently buff where it meets that brown, just with the very tip of the bristles. I quite like that. So let's repeat it on the other eye. This is a brilliant little palette for if you're travelling. It will fit in a handbag really easily. Or if you're doing a more subtle look for work and you're going out straight from work, you know, pop a couple of brushes in your handbag and this palette and, you know, a few minutes deepening things up and you change your look from daytime to nighttime. Daytime, nighttime. If you're British, you'll probably remember what I'm talking about there. Okay, now, shall I leave it at that or shall I try? No, I will try wetting the brush and just see how it looks. So I'll put some pigment on there. Just grab an ordinary fixing spray and dampen the brush. Let's see if that makes any. Oh, yeah, just a bit of difference to the pigment going on there. I don't like going into the palette with a wet brush. I prefer to put the pigment on the brush and then spray it. You get a hard pan much less often that way. But yeah, I think you can see the difference there. And then I go into my colour switch until it feels almost dry before I go back in again to pick up more colour for the other eye. What I'm doing now is actually wiping any excess off of the ferrule so that that stays dry and it doesn't affect the look of the brush. Because this wasn't an expensive brush, this was an Eco Tools, so it's not an expensive brush. But I do like Eco Tools as a brand. All of their stuff is made from environmentally friendly. So every time they if they have to use a tree sort of thing, they plant two. So it's, you know, it's sustainable. And they use recycling stuff wherever they can. I really like that look. Yeah. And that was using 7 out of the 8 colours in this, so it gives you a good idea of how they're all going to look. Right, time for a highlighter, and I think I'm going to go into Eclipse, which was the first Jeffrey and Manny collab, and it's a beautiful light. It's like a cross between Peach Goddess of Jeffrey's and Ice Cold. You can see this one's going a little bit hard pan on me. You do get that with some of Jeffrey's shadows, highlighters, simply because they're so finely milled they can end up hard pan, but you just need to use a slightly stiffer brush with them rather than a fan brush. So let's pop a little bit of this. Well, you can see I've had no problem picking pigment up at all. I'm literally just see? Follow that round. Let's just dust off any fallout that there might be. There we go. I do like to just bring the highlighter down to meet the colours that I've run across the bottom. And then we'll add a little bit up here on the brow bone just to help lift the brow, give us a more youthful look. And now it's the fun bit. We go with this brush. Do the nose and the chin. Top lip. And cheekbones. So you can see, even with hard pan, you can still get a pretty blinding highlight. But then, Jeffrey's highlights aren't exactly known for being subtle, are they? That's kind of why I like them, folks. I like to glow, not just for the gods. I like to glow enough to blind them so they can't see what I'm up to. It's also like my Wonder Woman shield against haters. She had her bullet repelling bracelets. Pow pow. I have my hater repelling highlight. Right, okay. Enough silly waffling from me. I'm going to go off camera and put a bit of liner and mascara on, and I will be straight back. Please don't go anywhere. And I'm back. I use the new Renaissance Flicks liner and Bad Gal Bang mascara today. Okay. Now, in terms of lipstick, which is the reason I've kept you zoomed in, I'm going to go for one of the ones from Jeffrey's family collection called Nathan, which is a lovely sort of nudie terracotta colour. And now a lot of people I know struggle with putting liquid lipsticks on, so I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. Okay. Let's zoom you in a fraction more. There we go. Now, you start off with the bottom lip. Run it along the inside and then turn the applicator sideways to line the bottom lip. Bottom lip done. Now, for the top lip, again we're making use of the shape of the applicator. So we're going to turn it to 45 degree and do the Cupid's bow, and then keeping it at the same angle to the outside of the lip rather. Bring it back central, 45 degrees the other way, and repeat. You now have a little M. So you turn the applicator upside down and you go from the corner of your mouth to the lines you've just made. And then fill in anything that's left. Okay, let's zoom you back out again. So you can see how simple that was to put the lippy on. And as I said, because this is a very dry foundation, even on my oily skin, I'm going to go in with the Hyaluronic Fix, the new setting spray from Makeup Rev, or Revolution Makeup as they are now. Still keep calling them Makeup Rev, probably will do for quite a while, sorry. And it's time to liberally douse our faces. Ready? Let go. Most people would stop here. I'm a wee bit extra. Because if I've spent all this time making sure that I look this good, I want it to, say it with me long time viewers, stay put. Right, I am going to do something with my hair and I'll be straight back. And I'm back. I do love this little flower headband from Oh My Glitter, from the April mystery box. I've worn it pretty much every day. And there's another one in there I haven't even tried yet, but I really like this one. So there we go, folks. That is my first impression stroke initial palette review of the mini chocolate orange. I really like it. Do I think it's worth getting? It very much depends on you. I mean, this is £6. The full size ones are, I think, £9. So you're paying a little bit more than half. But if it's colours you've not tried before, or you're new into makeup and you're not sure what's going to suit you, or like I said, you want something that's handbag sized, easy to travel with, then do you know what? This is, you know, you really can't go wrong with these mini palettes. And I'd got the full sized mint chocolate one, so I didn't need that. Plus, what really annoys me with the mint chocolate one, there's only one green in there. Why? Mint chocolate. Mint chocolate. We're not talking about the mint chocolate one, and we're talking about the orange one. Right, yeah, so I didn't bother getting the small mint chocolate one, partly because I've already got the full size and partly because there wasn't enough green in the mint chocolate one for me. The mini nude one, how often do I wear truly nude eyeshadow? I really don't. And if I do, I've got palettes that can do that. So really the only one of the mini ones that really attracted me was this one. And I'm glad I've got it. You know, I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to get as many looks out of it as you can a full-size palette, but you can certainly get a good few out of this to make it worthwhile. So, yeah, I'd say it's, depending on you, then yes, it's worth it. So, hope you found that helpful. If you did, perhaps you'd like to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell, and then you get an email every time I upload another one of these videos. Okay, take care. See you again soon. Bye for now.